down! Ah!
I'm gonna remix that tomorrow for like statues. Like ah!
I don't want to hear it anymore.
Have you seen that? Oh, please tell me. Please tell me.
Akira,
you've seen
no, I
it.
haven't seen it.
Oh man, it's
That's
such
the
a
one with that red
classic.
bike, right? Yeah, no.
The classic red bike. Yeah, man. That's such a good. It's weird, but it's good. It's still what's it called? It's still you could still watch it now, and it makes sense.
Was it on like Netflix or something?
Ooh, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, what's up, Anthony? But yeah, man, it's gonna be the two of us. Cece is out making that statue money, and Sean is taking care of his wife. She got sick today, so hopefully she gets better today by soon, ASAP. We need our boy back.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So how's your day going? How's your weekend going, man?
Good. Feeling better today.
You sound way better. Like the last show I was with you, I was like, go blow your nose or something, man.
It wasn't even that. It was just it was a mess. Yeah. It was. That night, that last Tuesday, it was. I almost died. I went to bed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to go to the hospital.
Hospital. You had a man cold.
Luckily, I woke up. No, I think it was. I want to say it was COVID, but whatever. Thankfully, everything's good. Back on track, and glad to be here with you.
That's good, man. Yeah. Like I had a crazy weekend. It's Pride Month in, I guess, the world. I guess whatever. But in DC, there's like a big section of like a lot of pride going on. So I stopped by DC for the weekend. Just to, my other hobby is taking pictures. So I took my camera and I was like taking pictures, and it's a lot of happy people. Is all I could say. It's a lot. It's a lot of happy. Everyone came next to me and like, oh, take a picture of us, like doing all these poses and everything. And I was like, sure, man. Like,
just one big party.
Yeah, but I gotta say, man, like when I was in San Diego, San Francisco, and all these other parts where there's like a big gay community, and I love the music, I love the food, and like the people are super nice. But the thing that always gets me is their drinks. Like if you ever go to a gay bar, it's what's it called? Dicks on some rocks, flashy horny or something like that. I was like, I'll take that one.
It's not saying the name. Just give me plastered. No
just give me that one, yeah. But the drinks are so good, and it's so funny too because like if I'm at a bar or if I'm at like a club or something and a gay bar, gay club, I'm just dancing, and like guys are coming up and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "You gonna buy me a drink or what's up?" And by the end of the night, oh, I'm sorry, but I gotta go see my girlfriend or something. It's like, what? You played me, and I was like, I thought we were friends. Nah, but that's how my weekend went. It was interesting. Happy naked people, yeah. Wow. Yeah, if anybody else wants to join, Archer, if you want to join tonight, let me know, man. That'd be cool to have you. Usually we get live unboxings. Is this a live coming on? No, man, no, none of that. But yeah, so today's topic, man, I wanted to see what you thought about this. I wanted to talk about, I called it sacrifice. What faults have you or your community gone through these days?
What do you mean?
So I was going to say, like, you could take it any way you want. Like, for me, I was more implying that, like as statue collectors, like, we're both statue collectors. Mm-hmm. CC's art print and Sean is 112. Mm-hmm. But as statue collectors, do you see, like, the trajectory where as statue collectors and as a community, we're going the same way, or are we starting to, like, diverge direction? Like, are more going towards, like, collecting less to like others still collecting way more, or
are we all staying in the same path?
Yeah.
What's going on, EJ? It's a pretty good question. I think that I don't know. I think over the last couple of years things have been kind of like on pause, and I think more or less people are going on the same direction. You see that general pause on pre-ordering new stuff, kind of sitting back and looking at deals on BSTs or the marketplace and picking up deals that way. I don't think people have stopped collecting. I think people are still collecting heavily. I think there's also a lot of people that are selling collections, though.
Yeah.
That's happening a lot. I think the collecting community is going through a cleanse where certain people who are realizing, hey, I can't keep this up, instead of keeping the collection that they've grown in whether it's a small period of time or over a number of years, keeping that collection and enjoying it. It's almost like ripping off a Band-Aid, and people are just saying, no, I want out fully. Mm-hmm. And then that's when you get that trickle down effect of the cheaper pieces hitting marketplace. But I think overall, the people that were in the community before COVID hit are still, I think, firmly planted.
Oh, you think so? Oh, you mean before? I'm sorry.
Before before. I think it's more the collectors that have dabbled into the hobby during COVID due to an influx of money or not going out or just being bored at home, wanted to kind of dabble into the hobby. Either they stumbled on YouTube or however they found the hobby. I think they're the ones that are like, hey, you know what? Life is getting back to normal now, and this is an expensive hobby, and I think my money can be used more strategically on other things.
Yeah. So X-Men exclusive Ant says, I would say casual. It depends on the collector. A lot of people who've been in the hobby for years are almost done. Maybe a pre-order here and there. Then newer collectors are searching for pieces they want. Yeah, I could see that too. Like the biggest example for me is Rashid. After he unboxed that War Machine, you could just tell in his face, in his words, and his look, he was like, I gotta stop. Like I'm out of room, and this is like definitely pushing me over my limit, just like room wise. And it's true, man. Like he's tapping out, which is not a bad thing either. Like,
but you see them at least planted into the hobby. Mm-hmm. It's not like, okay, well, I'm gonna just I don't want any more of these, but I'm disappearing too. I don't want to be a part of the community, and I don't want to enjoy these pieces. He has his collection set up, and he'll continue to enjoy what he has, as opposed to going out and just picking up for no reason or just selling.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around for a while. Well, Rashid's been around for a while too, so he's collected most of everything I'm sure that he wants. But now it's like he's gone through. I'm sure he's gone through this already, where he's starting to trim down, but now he's starting to like hit that wall, and he's like, all right, I'm done. I'm done now. I got what I want.
And it's hard too. Well, let's be realistic. We're facing things now in life that generations haven't faced ever, right? Mm-hmm. The prices of everything has skyrocketed. Interest rates at the banks are ridiculous on mortgages and borrowing products. And, you sit in a room looking at your collection and you think to yourself, this is a lot of money. This is a lot of money just sitting here. So that's weighing in people's minds as well. I could clear this out and, I can, college fund for a child or a renovation on a house. So I think that plays into it as well, is just the times that we're living in.
Oh, yeah, definitely. What's up, the blue collector worker?
What's going on, man?
I haven't seen this guy. Back Kid Voodoo, what's up, man?
Just some
yeah. So, you know what's crazy? So, I'm in the statue collectors communities. I'm in the Hot Toys community. Hot Toys seems to be coming back up. Like, more collectors are coming to that community. And it's starting to blow up again, where I would say 6 months ago, it looked like there was too many repeats. So people started getting out. Yeah. And now, the community, I see that it's the quietest, but I respect the most out of all the communities, in my part, is the Bowen community. Bowen community, they're really quiet. They share their collections without, being negative in any way. The most negative thing I've seen is you should get a different stand. You might consider this stand. And I was like, that's the worst thing I've seen. Yeah. But saying that too is they're pretty much. I try to talk to a lot of Bowen collectors, try to see if they want to jump on the show or make a whole episode about Bowens. They don't want to,
I don't know what it
because is. No. Pudgy like alluded to this. He said because they're older. They're like a lot older than us.
Yeah.
Even though like Pudgy's a little bit older than us, and then other collectors are older than us, bone collectors are pretty. That line is done. You know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like you've hit with bone collecting. It's a glass ceiling, right? Because it's, they're not producing anymore, and it's like enjoying fine bottles of wine between each other, right? That are aged. You only have that limited amount. They're not getting new stuff. You're not comparing it to new stuff. You're enjoying that time, that timeline, that release when that stuff came out, and appreciating it within your fellow collectors. Not comparing, because there's nothing to compare to. You're not going to compare a Bowen to a Prime 1 or a Queen. Or, you know what I'm saying? And again, like you said, it's a different age, a different type of collector, different stages in their life now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of heartache on. Back when we used to collect, it was just sideshow, or just Bowen, or you had 2-3 companies going against each other. We didn't have too many options.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted more. Now we have so much. And it's like you think back to those days where it was so simple, and it was like, okay, here's the Batman piece that this statue company is coming out with, and that's all you need to really worry about is this piece. And yeah, it's good to have options, but I think sometimes too many options are.
It gets blown up. Phoenix says, "Hi guys, you only know when you hit the wall, when you hit it, not someone telling you." I like that. Like you can't have other people, saying when you're done. It's like. I guess you determined that.
Arch had a good question.
Yeah. Would you still call someone a collector that built a collection and sold everything within a couple years and left the hobby? Is there a time frame before you can earn that title? I think for me, really quick, I think you're a collector if it's collecting just one single thing. Like it could be a Superman hush, and that could be like your shrine, your whatever. And I would still label that person a collector because he got or she got whatever she wanted and collected that one piece that they've always wanted. And it's probably impossible just to collect one, but like I think a collector is someone that's just like that, man. Just wants whatever they want. Or what do you think?
I agree completely. This whole labeling, this person's a collector because he's been in the hobby 10 years and this one's not because no. A collector, you're a collector, is a collector. That's it. You could collect rocks, bottle caps, edition sizes of 1,000, edition sizes of 5. It doesn't matter. We're all collectors. That's just how it is.
You know what I find interesting is like I spoke to Eddie about this. It's like these YouTubers, like they started when would you say Rat Titan started? Probably like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So.
Easy.
DCX started like 5 years ago. Other collectors started probably around the same time DCX started, right? It's funny because like you see Rat Titan, you see the DCX guys, they're still collecting, but like there's no end in sight for any of us. Like freaking Rat Titan's still collecting, DCX is still collecting. Yeah. We're still collecting. I mean, I wouldn't say we're new anymore. We've been in here 3 years. Like we're 2 years behind most of the other groups, but we're still. I don't consider us new anymore. Like, but like my point I'm trying to get to is like, collector is anyone that's willing to collect whatever they want and have this conversation, like this open conversation amongst the community. I don't know, man. Like that's because Bowen collectors don't speak out too much, and I still consider them collectors.
Yeah, the whole collector, to say you're not a collector because you jumped in the hobby and left, no. I think we're all collectors.
There's different circumstances for that, right? Like if you have a kid,
oh my god,
literally
guys,
life,
life.
So
you can be a collector at heart. You can be a collector with nothing in your background. You don't know what another room has or anything. So, no, I can't agree with you're not a real collector if you do this or do that and you set rules for what the definition of a collector is.
I have a friend that collects postcards, and that's all she collects. And like, I swear, I was like, I'm so jealous because all she pulls up the shoebox and she travels a ton, and there's like a big collection
That's
of
awesome.
postcards. And I'm like, God damn it! I wish I took that collection. I took that route.
Stamps,
Save so much.
coins. There's so much.
Just some bum says, you know what else? You know what also expensive is making a display case. I have changed my display like 4 times and finally have it where I want it. That whole process was so time consuming and expensive. I don't think that ever stops, man. Because people that have module cases, they don't like the lighting or they don't like the size they got, so they change it up and then they put tables and there's
I think
a
that's
ton of
where, and even Ark brought it up. That's where a lot of, that's I think really where the art of collecting is, how you display the pieces. And it's so tough. It's tough because, especially depending on the scales you're collecting, if you're collecting multiple scales, how to come up with a system that where everything blends in well. Yeah, I think the displaying is definitely a hill that needs to be conquered sometimes, where we lack.
So you know what's funny? Like, it's funny that you mentioned like display wise. While I was in DC, I was visiting like a ton of museums and I was taking pictures of there. And I don't know if you've ever noticed like the thumbnails for Amongst Collectors is from museums.
Museums, of course, yeah.
So for me, museums are the ultimate like collector or collection or way of displaying it. And I'll show you this picture really quick. And if you see this, man, this looks like, ultimate status right here.
Yeah.
It's like a whole room dedicated to like those statues right there. But they're really nicely set. There's like room for all of them. There's perfect lighting and it's just
Because it's all to the eye. It's all how your collection looks to the eye. It's the symmetry, the colors used, the backdrop, whether you have art prints, whether you're not, if something's overcrowded. It's all on how it lays on the eye. It's just like when you go to a restaurant, a Michelin star restaurant, they bring you out the food and how they layer the food to hit the palate and how it hits your palate and you enjoy it. It's the same thing when you're doing anything with art. It's the way you look at it and how it's laid out and it hits the eyes.
oh yeah.
I'm not good with that kind of stuff, to be honest.
I'm not either. Like as soon as I stepped inside that museum, I was like, I'm doing it all wrong. Like I was kind of more like, oh, imagine to be here. But the ideas start popping in your head where
sure.
like, oh man, like I could copy this idea, I could do this idea, and I don't know, a lot of ideas came through. And as soon as I get my next house, that basement's gonna be gutted. It's gonna be dedicated to like museum style and
Gallery style, yep.
gallery style. Yep. Ant says, we forget that collecting is anything someone actually takes the time to gather. It can be rocks if they want to collect them.
For sure.
Yeah, I have another friend that collects rocks too, so.
Yeah, we all collect rocks, but they're just painted.
They're just, yeah, literally. Yeah, polystone. But yeah, I don't know, man. So sacrifice, like another thing I feel like I sacrificed is keeping these goddamn brown boxes, man. Yeah, looking at this other room that I have dedicated to these boxes, it's like, man, I wish there was a way to like, get that Doctor Strange power where he does that circle thing.
Just send the boxes.
Push up to the portal, and when I did get them, opening it up. Yeah. What do you think about this? It all comes down to money. Got enough,
sure.
you could do anything.
100%. Money is what rules it all.
I don't know, because like art is a good example for this. So art, he's well off and he has a gallery dedicated to his statues. But we were on a show with him the other night where he was like, I want to get rid of a lot of my stuff because it's looking too cluttered here. And it's, I was like, man, this guy has a whole gallery dedicated to this thing. And he's like already pushing them out,
No, I think money is 100% what holds a lot of people back. You face your own issues when you have money because then again, it's like the collecting doesn't stop. It keeps going and going and going. But if you're smart with it, and it helps. For sure it helps.
I think it helps.
Whether you could get a separate storage unit for your boxes. I think he even mentioned he had warehouse space, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
it's not like he doesn't have the boxes. He has a problem with overcrowded pieces, maybe he was saying. Because he doesn't like having his collection overcrowded. But when it comes to like storing boxes, rent a larger storage unit if you have space for a warehouse. If I had disposable money, I wouldn't even have I don't even think I'd have my collection here. I think I'd open up a little gallery,
Yeah.
rent a space, yeah, and with it close by to the house, and have like a place I can go, have everything set up nicely, like you were saying, like this museum style, and do it that way, right? Because then this would be all family space.
Yeah. Could be a spot for your kids, but F those kids.
Jesus.
Ann says, I'm glad I'm broke.
Pretty much.
You should put period right there. But he says, I'm glad I'm broke and can only afford 35 X-Men, then I'm done. Not getting over 100 statues ever. That's big baller status right there. So this is a good question. I feel like all statue channels are slowing down with content. Am I tripping?
Maybe he's referring to like unboxing content,
I
not like
should notice that too. Yeah.
not news content. And maybe the bigger channels. I don't know. We still come on and do our weekly thing. The weekly shows, like the smaller guys, we still come on, and talk our news and unbox when we get something small. But yeah, the bigger ones, yeah. But even the companies have slowed down. The companies aren't even putting out. So what are they gonna send them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy to see. I'm curious. I want to see where this hobby is gonna be next year.
It's like you said the other show too. We're thinning out like the people that are selling like their collections. Like as soon as that is done with, like then the
But to go back to what Deflex was saying, but then that's where you see the true passion of the community.
oh yeah, here's some passion right here.
Yeah. Fuck them. Fuck them good. Deflex, that's where you see the true passion in the community is when you have nothing to unbox, what are you discussing?
Right? Are you part of the community?
What the fuck? Opening
yeah.
boxes gets... Man, I've been doing this Buffalo haul for the last God knows how long. I'm already sick and tired of opening boxes.
12 years, yeah.
And it's been such a small haul. I like the getting behind the camera and talking about the stuff. It gets so tiring, these unboxing, consistently unboxing. But I think the true passion lies is when there's nothing to unbox. What are you bringing to the table on the channel, and what are you discussing? How are you getting the community involved with the hobby?
I feel like I ask this question at least twice a week, but I guess Deflex1 and everyone else in the chat, what are some YouTube channels, not the big ones like Gem Mint and Extreme, like what are some other YouTube channels that you guys watch? Like if you guys put them in the comments and see if there's anybody out there that I still find statue channels like Cash tagged us on a YouTube.
Black Eyes.
Yeah, and I was like, I've never heard of these guys. And that guy has like 1,000 subscribers. I was like, how did this guy get missed? I was really
Is that
surprised.
the name?
Black Lace, I think it was.
Black Lace?
I think so.
Okay. Those guys are, I tuned into their show. I like those guys. Those guys are cool. It's just sit back, turn on the camera and have a good conversation.
Yeah.
About the hobby. And that's what it's about. Who cares who's watching? Who cares who's, it's nice to have people watching and discussing, but the true people will watch if that passion is there for having a good discussion about the hobby.
So Deflex also says Fatal, Astro, Constructive Outrage seems I talk to all three of those guys, like not all the time, but I like keep in contact with most of them. But like life gets in the way too, man. Like I know Astro is still taking classes. He just got recently married. Yeah. Fatal's doing like a bunch of stuff for work. Constructive Outrage, I feel like Crippler and Rashid are there every Wednesday. They're still new too, so it's
Black Eyes collectibles.
Oh, it's Black Ice. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah. How many times are we talk about how high the shipping rates are? Yeah, exactly. Right. Like that's like a repetitive question that we keep bringing up amongst like a lot of communities. Mm-hmm. But the thing about that right there is also there's different channels that bring up that topic, and there's different perspectives on it too, right?
For sure.
So it may come up a lot, but then like when I tune into the Everyday Collector on Fridays, there's like a different perspective there. There's different people on your panel. There's I love hearing different perspectives or seeing different perspectives.
Yeah.
We're trying to look for these podcast chats for my commute, and I haven't been seeing some lately.
See, that's what I'm working on. I'm gonna try to get club on podcasts, so people can listen. So people can listen. But Deflex, a quick little tip: if you're on your mobile phone and you have data, on YouTube is open up YouTube on your internet on your phone, and then choose desktop view instead of mobile view for the page, the YouTube page, and you can actually listen to any YouTube show with your phone off, as opposed to having to have it play. That's a little tip that I learned. Yeah,
well, that's cool. Just a tip right there. That should be an episode right there. Just a tip.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. What's up, Ledge? So I switched to gaming stuff.
Wow.
Well, there you go. Deflex Zone, or Deflex One. That's funny. Let's see. I like Collective Minds and John's Friday night stream a lot.
Appreciate you, Dwayne.
I watch Arch and Jerry and the guys Sunday night on their channel as well. They also, I can't do what you guys do. I'd sell out after 10 subscribers. Asher is great. Really cool guy. Yeah, life does get in the way at times for me. Cash, no, it goes up, it goes. Nothing will change. If collectors want it, they'll get it. It's not like these shipping carriers will lower prices. Yeah, so it goes. I'm watching Black Ice on the TV, you guys, in the phone. Wow, look at that guy.
There's just a vacuum.
I know, right? Keys' World Collectibles or Collections is another YouTube page if you guys haven't found him yet. Yeah. If you sell out, then you fit in. That's good. Elijah, nice tip. Yeah, man. I'm sorry I'm missing a lot of your comments. I'm trying to catch up. There's... if you listen... Okay. Yeah, so if you have like YouTube Premium, you could listen.
Can you? Oh, see, I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah. I don't have that.
YouTube Premium, sorry. Sorry. I'm paying for like Disney Plus, Netflix, like all of them, and I don't even use them. I gotta go cancel all that crap.
You should, man. It adds up. Like, think about it for a year. That's like 130. Okay. I'm sorry.
Thanks for this.
I don't have anything. I have HBO, and that's about it.
I don't even know why I have Disney Plus for, because I'm not even using it. I should nothing good has come out on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I have HBO, and that's it. I'm probably going to cancel that thing because I don't even watch TV anymore. Premium is worth every penny, John. So it is pretty cool. I don't have it, but like it's pretty cool. No commercials. No, you could do the whole listen while you're driving, and you could save videos. You could download videos directly from YouTube. Too. Yeah, and it's premium quality too. I started collecting 1/6. Wow, we need to talk to this guy really quick. Swore I wouldn't, but I have more statue space these days and given into the smalls. It says, I only watch you and John's show.
Most important, Phoenix. Good job.
John. That's the only show you need to watch, Phoenix.
That's it, Phoenix.
But yeah, so I was interested to see what what's it called? Sean and Cece were going to put on this from their communities. Like, I wonder what Sean goes.
The art print community is pretty. I'd compare it to like the bone community as well. Everyone seems to be.
They're pretty
in
quiet.
Harmony and good. That seems to be a very strong community.
Yeah.
Not to say the statue one isn't, but you know, it's dangerous. This whole game is dangerous with all this pop culture stuff and the price points and stuff, and it's very easy to get in over your head sometimes. Very easy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So that's all I had for that one. Sacrifice and what faults have you and your community gone through? Man, I mean, I feel like as long as we have all these faults or all these like, you know, little issues that we run into, like having these chats amongst each other, like I think it helps. It helps a ton, man. Like going through it by yourself, I feel is just like something I wouldn't look forward to every day. I definitely hate that. I think I'd hate the hobby more if I was doing it by myself, to be honest. There's like...
It wouldn't be as fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as fun. Again, you're not necessarily collecting for anybody else. right? You buy your stuff because you enjoy them, not because YouTubers tell you what to buy. But it's amazing to be able to, sit back with friends, say, well, look at this piece and unbox this live and wow, and kind of enjoy it. I'd still enjoy it on my own, but it would be nowhere the same to how much I enjoy it when I'm with friends in good company.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, back in the day I'm telling you, I say this all the time. You take photos on your damn digital camera. There's no iPhones. Or if there was an iPhone, the technology was like whatever. You take a picture on your digital, and you'd upload it to the forum. Hey, this is a collection. You have to use something. I remember using Photo Bucket.
I hated Photo Bucket because I would say your resolution is too high. I was like, then fix it. Yeah.
I used to sit in the backyard, man, in my teenage years. Everyone be clubbing, partying. There's little old Johnny sitting in the backyard with I used to have a good coffee and a cigar. I'm a cigar guy. I love a good cigar. And I just spend the weekend back there at my parents' house, uploading the photos, sharing. Oh, man. Those were the days. No stresses, no worries, no nothing.
You would post it, and then 3 days later, you'd be like, "Oh man, I got notifications, like emails oh, someone commented on your thing." Yeah. I was like, "Oh, it's 3 pages now. Oh, look at mine."
It's so true.
The funnest part was seeing the topic go up on top of the forum.
Exactly.
Oh, that's my topic right there.
It's true. Oh my god, man.
Yeah.
Good times.
Photo Bucket. Oh my god.
Now it's a race. Now it's a race. Who gets the information out first? And this, it's too much.
Bum, those words speak volumes. What did Bum say? Yeah, Bum said the motto should be "You're in over your head" at the moment you buy your first statue.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very, very true. Yeah, man. Let's see. I was listening to. I hope Arch is still there, but I was listening to Arch. Thor has this asking for a friend interviews with collectors.
Yeah.
And I was listening to Arch. I haven't finished it yet. But basically, Arch has collected for a while too, right? But he has been collecting to where I think he's hitting that wall now. That room is getting full. And he has 1/3 on one side and he has quarter scales on one side. Do you ever see yourself I think you've already done this, but do you ever see yourself running out of room to where you would sell one of those 1/3 pieces behind you?
I'm not at that point yet.
But do you see yourself ever getting there?
I would think I would stop. I think I would stop and replace the piece before running out of room. Because I still got, like I said, I haven't even come close to hitting that yet. Because still got a lot of space around me. Mm-hmm. I know it doesn't look like it, but I think I would replace the piece or put a pause on the collecting before having to sell.
Yeah.
Unless it's a piece that's really near and dear to my heart that is really nostalgic for me. But Ark goes for a different. I appreciate how Ark kind of goes for how he does his look, and it's meticulous in the way that he has a system to it.
I like its bust.
A bust in the middle, and then 2 pieces off to the side. It's well curated, and I think that's set up nicely. Is pleasing, definitely pleasing to the eye, and can look very good.
He was joking around about this though. Did you get a chance to watch that episode yet?
I think I watched the majority of it.
So he goes I keep going into debt, or he keeps maxing out his credit cards. Yeah. And I was like, why are you doing that? He was like, are you guys still eating steaks? As long as you guys are eating steaks, I'm going to max out this credit card. And I was like, that's pretty funny. But something I do like about Arch is he keeps mentioning a lot of shows is he never sells his collection.
Yeah.
It's a good thing and for him, right? It's not for everybody where some people just get bored of the piece and they're the newer version came out, so I'm going to go buy that one, and to fund it, I'm going to sell my older piece. But Arch, he collects what he likes, it seems where a lot of people, they collect what they like, but they also it phases out for nothing wrong with both directions. Yeah, I think that's what tomorrow's episode's going to be about. Direction. Are we in control of it?
Yeah, because Look, it's healthy to pivot. It's not healthy to have a collection like a at the end of the day, it's healthy to have a collection however you want to have a collection, right? Who are we to say someone shouldn't sell or someone shouldn't buy? I'm not a person that's going to tell you what to do with your collection. Because cool things do come out. Now, there's extremes to everything, though, right? You see guys who will pick up a statue, and then the next week they're selling it already. Okay, that's your prerogative. But if you're picking up a statue and in a week you're selling it for a loss, maybe you need to sit back and just observe and kind of prioritize your collection, which direction you want to go into, or, right? Everyone's different.
What about the people that are well off? Like they have a ton of money and like they do that like every day. Like they get a statue, they bring it in, they're like, I don't like it, so they sell it at a loss. Well,
that's congratulations that you're able to do something like that.
Congratulations.
I can only speak about myself and my collecting.
Exactly. Like that's really quick, John. That's like I want to hold pause really quick because that's something I feel like a lot of people skip over. It's your collection and you collect the way you want. You sell, you don't sell. It's up to you. Like whoever's the collector, it's something that gets overlooked. It's no one gives me $1, a cent to like add to this thing, to this pile behind me. It's just like my collection.
Yeah. And see with Ark, I was kind of in the same boat with because Ark started collecting a long time ago, and so did I, and I started with like the comiquettes, and I still have all my comiquettes from Sideshow and the old premium formats, and they really don't command a lot of money on the market. Let's be real, right? This is like one of the hobbies where you think kind of like the original is where the value's held, and you can flip it and make some money to pump into the collection. And that's not the case. A lot of the comiquettes, a lot of the older pieces are really just not worth anything much on the market. To me, I have a more emotional sentiment into the pieces than what they'd sell for. Great example is Mary Jane comiquette, my first statue ever bought by Sideshow, where she's bent over the laundry basket doing the laundry. Like, I love that piece because I remember like it was 12 years ago, whatever it was, walking into the comic shop and seeing that piece and being like, holy shit, that is gorgeous. And that means more to me than selling and taking the money to whatever. At the same time, it's healthy, and then you can open up a whole can of worms here right now where edition size can play into it and all that, but it's healthy to be able to get into this hobby and pick up these pieces and be able to sell a piece like this if you want to help fund a different direction in the hobby. Right, so for me, I can use myself as a primary example, was Hot Toys. I was collecting Hot Toys for 12 to 15 years and, always enjoyed it, but it got to the point where Hot Toys is the company right now is not operating the way I think they should be operating. So I've paused purchasing product. Still love collecting 1/6, but I also cleared a lot of my collection because of the direction that they were going and how they're reissuing and so forth. And I thought to myself, look, I have this collection that's worth this amount, and it took me weeks. Like I'm talking weeks.
I remember,
if not years, really, to get behind this concept. And the way I decided is I literally took 50% of my collection. I had these things like fucking pristine in the box, and I started opening them, and I'd pull them out of the clamshell, and I'd look at them, and I said to myself, how does this make you feel? And it did not have the same spark from when I first purchased the piece. That connection wasn't there. And I said, then it's time. Someone else can enjoy them.
Yeah.
So, and I still love 1/6, and I will still purchase 1/6. Like I got all my Batman stuff. But I thought, while this money is here in this collection, if it's not sparking my interest, I can sell it and kind of invest it in something that's going to make me happy. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, make someone else happy by allowing it to add to their collection. So that's what I did. So I think in that aspect too, it's healthy to be able to take from a collection, let some of it go and reinvest it in areas that are to make you happy. Because it's impossible, like Ark's facing now, it's impossible to buy. Because if it's not money, it'll be space. If it's not space, then it will be money. And you'll hit a roadblock.
Yeah. I said earlier, man, like the DCX guys and freaking Rat Titan, they've been around forever, right? And they're still like, you would think like they would stop collecting, but they made those changes. And like I've noticed Rat Titan made those changes and DCX have made those changes within those like years of collecting, that they stopped collecting one thing and they either sold a lot of their things or they started collecting a whole different route. Yeah. I think it's healthy, like you were saying, but it's also, I think people need to come to that reality where things like that do happen. Like you can't collect forever,
No. It's like Art says, if a piece in your collection doesn't bring you joy and happiness, why keep it? 100%.
But he also says, I feel like I'm at my own funeral the way I'm being talked about.
Oh.
I was saving that one.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, MMC Payne, I haven't seen you forever, man. What's up, Catch?
What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man? Jerry says, I remember when Arch and I used to do a live stream. He was a great guy.
Long time ago.
Yeah. Let's see. Yep. As Mr. Smith said, it's inevitable. But yeah, man. So
Crazy.
It's crazy, but it's also like, I do like my first piece ever was like, for me, my first piece was the Bowen Juggernaut.
Okay.
And that was during COVID. Like when I went inside a comic book store and I saw that Juggernaut, I was like, man, I love this thing. And Stan Lee signed it and it came with like all that authentication stuff.
Awesome.
And I was like, I really like this piece, but $400, that's expensive, And I was like talking to the comic guy and he was like, hey, it's COVID. We need to sell whatever we can. Do you have cash on you? And I was like, I could bring cash. Like, why? Like, what's the problem? He was like, well, if you could bring cash, I'll just sell it to you for cheaper. And like, but I'll tell you right now, we need help. And I was like, God damn, like, and I think that's where I got suckered in, like if I passed up on this Juggernaut, I don't think I would have ever met you, man, to be honest. Wasn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's FOMO without touching a computer.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, wow, well, this is a deal. I better jump on this deal now because this is a crazy deal.
I swear, I saw that Juggernaut and I was like, man, I'm never going to buy anything more than $400. And then my brothers and my friends nearby are going to be like, you're crazy. Like, go buy something else. But yeah, it's a good deal.
So if companies stop tomorrow, done, no more, would you be happy with the collection you have?
Yeah, so I would say yes. 2-3 years ago, I would say maybe. I mean, I like what I was collecting before, but I felt like I was collecting a lot. Yeah. I had like a lot. But now, every single piece I have behind me and next to me, I love every single one of them. Each one of them.
Yeah.
Maybe Hush is my favorite and Thanos on Throne, but everything else is still like, when people say like, which piece would you grab if there was a fire at your house? I'd be like, I burn with them. I'm going down with the ship. Yeah. It burns. But yeah. But that's the thing too, because when I was collecting like X-Men stuff, I didn't love them all. I think I loved them all as a line, but individually, I wasn't loving every single one of them, If that makes sense.
And it's very easy to get carried away in line collecting.
How about you?
Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy now. Like the olden days was a little bit of everywhere. Hellboy, Marvel, but I've always been a Batman guy at heart. So, yeah, I like this. I never thought I'd ever jump into Prime 1.
Me too.
Like when Prime 1 was coming out, when Prime 1 was out, people were... I'm here in Canada, to get them over here was ridiculous pricing, customs and border and this and that. And it's all local deals. That's how it's happened. It's all local. And what really did it for me was the LBS Thor. Mm-hmm. Once you saw that presence in person, it's like, this is what I want. This is the representation I like in the hobby. But it doesn't necessarily have to just be 1/3. There's tons of quarter scale pieces. Sideshow's been putting out some amazing work this year. Even their legacy line, the Clint Eastwood line, holy mac, man, that's like top of the line stuff there, and I'm excited to see that hit people's collections, because that is a very good piece.
Yes,
Very good 2 pieces. I hope they continue that.
hopefully it's the start of like a new line that they'll be doing soon, you know.
I find Sideshows was smart, and I think they pivoted very quickly, and they pivoted in a good direction to get them back on their feet. Because I think if you asked in the beginning of the year, late last year, they were not doing well, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, no one would have guessed they would have been
So I
where
think
they're at right now. Yeah.
they woke up and pivoted in the right direction to get them on their feet, and the ball rolling. Because there's still a lot of companies, I think we had mentioned previously, like Queen Studios, that are still facing some troubles. Even Prime 1, you see Prime 1 sitting on the fence right now. It's like that meme where he's poking the thing. Hey, do something already.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Like Queen Studios. This should be really quick. Patrick Thomas, why aren't there any licensed Spawn statues? The most common answer and the most agreed on answer is that guy McFarlane doesn't release his license to anybody.
Because it's gold.
Yeah, I mean, like he could like literally be rich for the rest of his life if he kept releasing. But I agree. I hope they continue. My dad was like fan of those Clint movies.
So much nostalgia tied to those films.
You know, I think I did it Sunday while I was on the train.
Yeah.
I watched an old room tour video of mine.
Yeah.
And in the video, I literally say, this wall right here is going to be dedicated to Superman Hush and nothing else. And like, I was like, man, I'm going to make a little shrine, Superman Hush with some spotlights around him, and nothing else is going to join him because I don't have the room, you know? I was like, this is going to be, you know, I love Superman Hush. So when I get him, I'm going to be happy and no more 1/3 for me. I literally say that in like the video, and I'm like,
that changes very quick.
Yeah, man. I was like, wow. Do you ever go back and watch old videos, like old room tours or like little chats that you've had?
I try not to be honest. I do like listening to old shows and stuff. Yeah, because it's not only that, but I try to be careful not to make. I don't want to be that kind of person where I like when you're doing a room tour or a collection. That stuff changes. You could like, there's no problem with it changing because it's a different direction. If you decide to sell a house or move, it's more like I try not to necessarily knock a product too much, because then, like, I even remember knocking Fabok Batman Detective 1000
for that cape, right?
With not the cape, well, not necessarily the cape, but more the leg.
Oh yeah,
the crooked
sticky leg. Yeah.
But then I picked it up and saw it in person. When you see it in person, it's such a beautifully done piece. And of course that issue with the leg is still there, but it's more, you got to take the piece for what it is as a whole, and looking at the cape and how it's designed and what the artwork it's based out of. But that's an example that where I gave some negative feedback, and then I turned around and kind of put my foot in my mouth and said, hey, you know what, I actually do really like this piece. So I try to walk that fine line as to not go too crazy when it comes to knocking a piece. Unless it's Sinister, right? XM6.
Yeah. You know what's funny? It goes back to that conversation we had with Amir Karfong, right? He's like, a lot of people knock on statues for like the wrong reasons. Like, you have to remember, well, this is his interpretation. Like, he was saying, like, you have to remember there's an artist that picked,
of course,
everything going on, the concept with everything going on, and he had to get it approved. He worked on it for like days, months, maybe years, and the final product's in your face, and you're saying, "Oh, look at the leg; it's horrible." You know. Yeah. What about the whole piece overall? You know,
and that's tough to control sometimes because that's human nature. But yeah, you should keep it. You should always keep that in the back of your head. That's someone's baby. So that's
Yeah,
someone's
sort of
interpretation,
masterpiece. Yeah.
of the character or so forth. So, oh man, but I think Sideshow does a great job of allowing us to appreciate the artists with those inside looks into the
Oh
company and
yeah,
how
when
they're
you
doing
see
it.
those, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. Arch is funny. He says, "When I did my first room tour, I told myself I never get it out of hand. I failed."
I'm telling you, if he gets rid of the fish tank, that's easily another garage shelf there.
Don't do that. I love that fish tank. It's funny because in in that Thor video, the interview he did, he was like, "Yeah, I got into statues. I got the fish tank, and then he like whispers it. He's like, I still got to clean that fish tank today or something, but I'll get to it eventually."
I think we've had the discussion before. If you weren't going to get into collecting, what hobby would you pursue? And
Yeah.
I say it would be having a pretty cool tank,
A fish tank,
like a
yeah.
salt water though, because they could get super expensive. But having like a proper salt water with corals and that would be a really fun hobby to have.
It's funny because in the interview he says he wasn't feeding his fish, so the fish ate the coral.
Wow. Oh, is it salt water that he has?
He has
Oh,
this
wow.
huge saltwater. Yeah.
Yeah. See, salt water is cool.
Yeah, see, that's a cool thing too, because like I knew a lot of you guys, like you have your other hobbies,
Yeah.
Arch has other hobbies, and sometimes I want to diverge into like I do also want to get a fish tank in here, and Arch will probably be a good guy to talk about, how to start it up, but I don't want to get into an Arch. Like I do not, like I don't have time
It's
right
a lot
now.
of work.
to-
Yeah.
it's a whole,
maintenance and stuff.
yeah. Plus I have my cat. My cat will probably get into it, and yeah, I need to lock that thing.
But it's
down.
nice. It's very, like, I can picture going down there and having that water running, and it's very relaxing.
Or even in front of you, like in that room that you have right there. That'd be cool to watch, like in the background.
Here, it's too
Yeah.
cold because it's a basement here. It's really cold. I'd have to have the heaters and stuff. But that's what's risky about it is you hit a blackout, you lose power for hours and hours on end,
Oh yeah.
and you lose the heaters. Right, that's something dangerous that you got to consider as well.
Yeah.
Because they're sensitive. The saltwater tanks are so sensitive to temperature changes.
He said, I've spent thousands on reef tanks and buy expensive fish and a coral. The fish ate the coral and then died. Wow. I don't mean to
Jeez.
laugh. Like that's. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's I find the aquatics like that is a very learn as you go, learn from your mistakes, and it's a very meticulous hobby. It's very time consuming, and you got to really be passionate for it because you can learn so much.
It's with all hobbies, man. Like I took this camera to DC.
Oh wow, that's Alan's business. He does custom saltwater tanks. That's awesome, huh?
Alan, you're my new best friend. I'm kidding. But so I got this camera years ago, but like when you bring this camera out, or when I bring it out and go around taking pictures, you see this red ring. It like screams out like premium or something to a lot of people because they think this is like the most expensive lens. And it's really not. It's like this is old school stuff, but this lens by itself is like $1,000, man. So like people when they talk about their hobbies, I love hearing other people's hobbies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it gets out of control. It gets too expensive and stuff like that. It's just
See, I've never needed a long lens. Insert drum roll, but that's
yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, you mother. No, I didn't want to like flaunt it or anything, but that's another hobby of mine where like if I got deep into that like I do with statues, like I'd probably have like a movie business or something because
photography is beautiful. Yeah, photography.
yeah.
going on,
Primacy
Cypher?
Payne says, "Agreed, John. Lost my 20-year-old clownfish in powder brown tang due to power
Oh, that
outages.
sucks.
Generator couldn't keep up." Oh wow,
Sorry
that's
to
what
hear that, man.
I was gonna recommend Generator, but that's wow. Slifer, what's up, Slifer? Yeah, man. So
I was thinking of getting the little one, maybe a little fish tank or a turtle, small little turtle. I don't know. He's still young. We'll see.
turtles last forever. Like I have a friend, her turtle is like 35 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they get massive, like dinner plates.
Yeah. says, man, when I moved to New York with my brother, he had a huge tank in the living room that cracked and the water spilled all over the floor. We had to scramble to save the fishes.
Wow.
So that's happened to me before at our friend's house. Like they jumped out of the water tank and we grabbed all the fish and we put them in a different tank. And the thing about those fish is like, if the tank isn't clean or certain,
Yeah.
they died.
Yep.
They all died. All of them died.
Yeah, because you got to acclimate them properly.
Yeah.
The temperature, small temperature changes will shock them. If they started jumping out of the tank, I'd just get the frying pan ready. Oh,
and then who was that again? Alan. I'm sorry, Alan. You didn't hear that. Yeah. Girth of the lens is what matters, John, not length.
Wow.
The smaller the tank, the harder to maintain. Oh, really? I would think the bigger the tank, the harder to maintain because there's so much going on, you know? Don't let that dissuade you. I love my reef tank.
Wow. Yeah, maybe one day. Upstairs somewhere. It's fun, but it's time consuming.
Yeah. How about like your wife? Does she have any type of collections going on, or does she collect anything?
She's not that. She's not like that.
She's not that of a nerd.
She's very simple, quiet type. I'm the one that goes rampant.
What's up, Brenton? Man, yeah. So that's all I had for today, but I think it went on a weird tangent. But I think that tangent, like, was pretty funny to talk about.
It was a healthy line of discussion. Yeah.
Wow. See, this is. I used to be surprised by this kind of stuff, but like now it's like, you know, that's arch talk right there. It's funny because they talk about that. You guys, okay, if you guys haven't watched it yet, on DCX, Thor interviews this guy, Arch 0407. Do you remember how he got that name? I love how he got the name 0407.
How did he get 0407?
He was in the military, and when people were doing like, you know, calling each other to the walkie-talkies or whatever, he just made up the name Archangel. I think his unit code was 0407.
I'm more shocked that Ark was in the military.
I know, right?
Jeez.
I don't know if he was in the Marines or if he was in the Army. I didn't get to hear that part. Congrats on a great hobby. I don't know if it's a great hobby, but yeah. Man, everyone's starting to show up. What's up with this? Maybe I just push the show later.
That's how it happens.
Oh, man. I'm going to show this clip. It's probably going to creep you out, but we're playing this. Well, I'm playing this video game called Diablo 4. And check out this clip.
Blessed Mother, save us.
Crisp.
It's beautiful, but it freaks me out a little bit. I'm like, shit, man. Like, I'm going after like the devil right now.
I can't get into those like role playing games. Well, I don't want to say I can't get into it. I've never really tried. Like with potions and stuff. Is that how it is?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not. I need a nice rifle and a first person shooter.
Yeah.
Online where I can take out my life frustrations.
Oh man, maybe they'll take it out on you because like little kids are dominating the freaking
Call of Duty.
Life. Yeah.
You find me in the grass in the back, sniper. Pop. You hear the kid. You bastard camping, you little camping bitch. Like, buddy, what do you? I said, buddy, get your mother on here so I could tell her how to. What are you swearing here? 10 years old.
Wow, look at this guy. She's too flat chested. That needs to be a. So they actually made a custom group made that statue of that the demon Lilith is her name.
Really?
A vision of hell. Praise the yeah.
Yeah, I'm a kind of like a Grand Theft Auto kind of guy. Grand Theft Auto and what's the other one? And Call of Duty. Those are mine.
I used to be king of Call of Duty, man. King, like as in I went to tournaments, I won tournaments. Wow. I went to like a whole East Coast thing and I beat everybody in that thing. And it was only fun because my friends joined in, but after we won so many tournaments, they stopped joining in and I started going by myself and like keep getting further into it. I was like, I'm not having fun anymore. This is boring. So instead of going to like the last tournaments, I went back to go play with them, like go hang out with them because I was like, this is too much pressure and it's too much, like everyone's too serious now.
What was your game of choice? Like your team deathmatch or?
Oh yeah, so Call of Duty, it was definitely team deathmatch or capture the flag. Oh man, I would love protecting that flag. I was like, come close, get.
I'm a hardcore free for all.
Oh, look at you.
Search and destroy.
What was Search and Destroy again? It was like capture and then
You have to get the bomb and plant the bomb.
Yeah, that was hard. I always found that to be hard.
That was mine right there.
Did anyone play the game Driver? I used to play that and stop all the traffic lights and stop signs.
I didn't do that with Driver, but I used to do that as a kid with Grand Theft Auto. I'd be following the red and green lights and red lights and stuff.
I remember that game too, but that's the game where like you were chased by cops, right? You had to like, escape from cops. No, Driver.
Driver? I don't remember Driver.
I think it was on PS2. But yeah, I did that with Grand Theft Auto a couple of times until I was like, man, F this. Like, yeah. No consequences here. MCCP. Have you ever played that Metal Gear?
I think I played it once.
I need more action in my games. Like I can't be hiding and going under like bar.
Hitman is fun with the hiding.
Hitman, like that type of game. Like
I like games like Nathan Uncharted.
Yeah, Uncharted 4 was good.
God of War are really solid stories, action packed, stuff like that. I like.
But you don't play anymore, right? You're like completely out.
I wish I could. I get urges. I've been having urges to play Call of Duty lately, but I just don't have time now. Man.
Yeah.
Something will have to give. If games start coming in, then streaming gives. And you know what I'm saying?
So John, like I haven't touched my Xbox in like a year probably, right? So I powered. It's a new Xbox, the new Xbox Series, whatever. I power it on, and it says updates available, and I'm just like, all right, that's cool. So I download all the updates, and I download the game. It's like downloading is like a good hour or whatever because it's huge games. So then the game downloads. It's like, okay, I'm about to play the game. Getting excited. Upgrade available. You cannot proceed without doing the upgrade. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like press A, and then like, so now you got to pay for subscription service and to get into the. I was like, what the fuck? Man, I just want to play the game. Like, let me play the game. I just want to. I almost stopped playing. I was like, I'm gonna close this down and sell this to somebody or give it to somebody. I'm really tired of this thing.
Ark said, "Yeah, Hitman. That's exactly."
Everyone in the dumpster.
You used to be able to just hide the bodies.
The old school Grand Theft Autos, like 3 and 4, were my favorite.
Vice City,
yeah. The soundtrack. Oh man, the soundtrack was always good in that.
The Mafia one, yeah, for SETI and
updates. Why? Yeah, so updates, and then you could buy special armor. Like
I hate that. Yeah.
Yes, but you have to use real money for that stuff, and I hate that. And it's like, there's no. You don't need to work hard anymore. Experience and level up your guys. You just buy the crap out of them.
Exactly.
But what was your gun of preference in Call of Duty?
Oh, don't ask me names and stuff. And I just had the basic gun. It wasn't crazy. It was just basic, fully unlocked, and I just sit there, pop, pop,
pop, pop.
Grenades.
I used to be a M16 only guy. A pistol and M16. That's all I needed, and I was master with that.
See, I had the rocket launcher for the UAVs. For the UAVs, you got to shoot the UAVs now.
Oh yeah.
Man.
You were that guy just looking up all the time instead of
UAV active. Oh wait, guys, I got him.
Oh yeah. That's right. UAV active. Oh man, they remade that game. Maybe we could play that game.
Yeah.
They remade the game with better graphics, so maybe we could try that out one day.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, gaming is crazy.
Yeah, so I haven't played yet, but Pudgy, Crippler, Carl, we're gonna join up pretty soon and
do Diablo, right?
Yeah, I've been trying to level up my guy to like at least be close to these guys, but it takes time to level up. I'm sure, but the cool thing is like the other guys are already leveled up. They could put me through, like kill all the bad guys. Yeah, protect me basically and kill everybody. But yeah, I like the shotgun on a small map. Otherwise, I was trash.
I used to like gun game where everybody starts off with a pistol, and then as you kill, your gun upgrades. So pistol, and then it would be a rifle, and then your goal is the last kill would be you have to throw a knife into someone.
We did the opposite. We were like, all right, knives only. We would call, like, me and my friends, like, we played amongst like 8 guys. It was like knives only, and that's all we would use, like dodge each other. Yeah. It's funny because like somebody would throw it, they would miss it, so you would come and just like stab them. Yeah.
And then when that happens, they go back a level. So it was fun.
Yeah.
Good times.
Really good times. But man, anything else you want to bring up? We got 43 people still here, but we could talk about video games all day, but like
I think I haven't played video games in Max Payne. You ever play Max Payne?
Oh yeah, drinking the pill, slow motion time, and then
bullet time.
Yeah.
That
was like the only game I ever played on PC. I think PC. That's where I played it, on PC.
Yeah, I was never a PC guy ever.
Oh really?
Only systems, yeah.
Oh, never mind. I played Midtown Madness and I played Command and Conquer on PC. Okay. That's it. You never played PC? That's weird.
Never played PC.
Bullet time, baby. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love Spider-Man, Uncharted, God of War, and Batman games. Did you play any Batman games when you were playing video games?
The Arkham, the one where I forgot what it's called, but he has the Batmobile. It's like 90% of the game's in the Batmobile. I want to say it's the latest one.
Arkham Asylum?
I think so.
Oh, I haven't played that one. I know a lot of people say to play that game, but I haven't played it.
And if we could go back, I still have everything. Like the old Nintendo, Sega Genesis, all the good stuff. Back in the day where it was... Remember Sonic? Oh,
yeah, of course.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Brenton says it's Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight.
You know who I'm meeting in August is Mike Tyson, and he's gonna come to a Comic-Con nearby in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And I feel like now I gotta get that game Super Punch Out, the Nintendo game, and have him sign the cartridge.
Yeah,
I think that'd be
that'd be cool.
Have him print, or do that, or do a art print of Super Punch Out or something.
Just say, can you sign here, please?
Like here's the video of John. He says he means Knight for sure. X-Men on Genesis was great. I didn't play that one. I played the arcade one. Did you ever go to arcades?
Yeah, not too crazy about arcades though.
Oh, okay.
We had arcades here.
We used to go to the laundromat, and that's where I would play like X-Men, Simpsons, Street Fighter, and stuff like that. My wife got addicted to Sims. Have you played Sims?
Yeah, Sims is...
Yeah, I wasted my life on that game.
Yeah.
Sim City.
Tycoon.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I used to love playing on Nintendo, the original NES, Contra. Anybody remembers Contra?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was addicted to it because I would die so quick, but I was like, I remember the patterns. I would like get the special gun. I was like, anyone who was 2 players.
Everybody wanted spray. That spray gun.
Yeah, that was a great game.
That was my childhood.
Yeah.
That was my childhood. It was Contra. Coming home from school and playing Contra.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Tape your ears down, casual, just in case.
Wow.
Oh, God. I just got that.
Jesse's was good. Steve.
I can't do it. Steve from... No, I can't do it.
The problems.
The 6-player X-Men arcade game, that was insane. That was like available at the laundromat we were at, and I remember playing with my brothers too, where like, you better not die because we have no more quarters. Just stay behind. We'll up, down, down, B, A starts 30 guy. Do you remember those codes?
No, I never had the codes.
So Mortal Kombat or other games, like when you're in the select screen, you would put those codes and it would just give you unlimited.
We had no internet back then, so it was like, the codes? My first time with codes was Grand Theft Auto 3 on PlayStation 2. Get the tank and you get the weapon.
Oh yeah.
You use so many codes, it gets to the point where your PS2 is like cannot compute anymore.
like your PS2 would be like all hot. You'd be like,
Steaming,
man, yeah. Anthony, I still play that game on my PS3. What game is that? Oh, like X-Men Arcade. Yeah, that's badass. Contra was password up, up, down, left. Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Left, right, back start.
It took 6 years to beat that game. 30
I know
hours there.
those games were hard, man.
Oh,
Like
yeah, man.
I remember when I beat that game, I was like
Bro,
not worth it. Not worth my whole
I
life.
plugged in the NES like maybe last year, and I put in Mario, and I was playing it, and I'm like, how did we play this as kids? Because when you push the button, there's such a delay.
Yeah.
You had to time it. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the?
You were like,
I'm like, can you imagine playing Call of Duty with a delay like this? You'd be shooting and waiting a minute for the bullets to hit the guy.
yeah, we'd be. Yeah, I don't know how we did it, man. MC Payne says, "Do you guys remember Double Dragon? One of the first games on console with a human voice on it. Do you remember that game? I love that game, Double Dragon. There's like two little ninja guys and awesome soundtrack to that game. Oh yeah, I have Contra up. I feel like you gotta load up Contra tonight and put up all
you.
these codes. I still gotta fight this guy. Like, I'm gonna do that live for you guys. Whenever Slifer has time, he keeps saying he has work. So
That's
we'll
what they
see.
all say.
Yeah. I remember the gamer magazines that had the cheat codes. Do you remember that? I used
Gamer magazines?
like Game Informer and
Yeah.
entertainment stuff. Yeah, man.
Back in high school, I was a gamer, that's for sure.
There was that video. Isn't there that YouTube video of you
Yeah.
staying? What was that video again?
It was Smash My Xbox, smashmyxbox.com or something like that on YouTube. I waited in line for both the PS3 and the Xbox when they came out in at Best Buy.
Yeah.
Like, I want to say 36 hours. And still one of the best experiences of my life, I'll be honest. Because I was in I was what? How old were we? We were in high school, grade 9, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you're just in line, and it's cool, right? You're in grade 9.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah.
I'm
I've
outside
done it
Best Buy,
before.
waiting
Yeah.
for a PS3. Hell yeah. With people who are in line for the same thing and has the same passion and enjoyment.
Yeah.
It's like, hell yeah, that's right. And then being one of the first ones to own it, I'll never forget. Got home, cracked it open.
Fell asleep.
We were in line. No, we were in line. We were in line, and some guy opens up his trunk, and he's like, "Hey, I got one right here." And everyone in line's like, "What the?" It's like, "I'll sell it for $2,000." I'm like, "Buddy, I got 5 hours left. Get out of here." But I remember getting home, going to sleep, cracking her open. Resistance was the first game.
Oh yeah, that was the first game for PS3.
PS3, and you gotta understand, PS3 was like a
Ultimate.
revolutionary at that time with the Blu-ray and the vibrating controller, wireless vibrating controller. Oh
Yeah.
man, the good memories, man. We don't have that shit anymore.
You know what's funny? Because when I loaded that PS3 up, I was like, man, this is like never gonna get topped. This is like, look how big it is, man.
Yeah.
It's so heavy. Like, this is never gonna get topped.
Beautiful, sleek, and man.
The intro to PSG was my favorite. That little screen, like waves, a bunch of waves in the background. Do you remember that? When
I
you
don't
loaded up
remember.
you remember that? Oh, that was the best.
Remember
Yes.
the Video Game Awards?
Yeah, VGAs. Yeah.
VGAs, man, on Spike. Remember Spike TV? Spike
Yeah.
TV had the best commercial with Vader and the woman's body, and then the bullets into the car with the poker chips. Oh, the best commercial, Spike, man. We're going back in time here. Holy Mac.
Just some bum says, "Oh man, talk about nostalgia. My mom would give a few quarters when I was a kid. I would play Street Fighter, and my character I would always play was Felicia because she was hot as hell."
Wow.
Yeah, man, that was our Pornhub.
We're just a
back
bunch
then.
of dorks, okay? We're just a bunch of dorks. That's all.
Yeah, like outside. Something I waited for, I kind of regret it, was when I was at a Comic-Con. I was at San Diego Comic-Con, and my friends were like, "You gotta wait out here with us to go to this convention." And I was like, "For what?" I just want to go inside the con. They're like, "Oh yeah, you gotta go to."
It's
Wait,
sad
13
though.
hours. 18 hours for that one.
It's sad how you get old and it's just like,
You miss those moments.
yeah, life just, it's so important to hold on to the good stuff.
Look, this guy says, MMC Payne says, Resistance was amazing on my shiny black piano
Exactly.
PS3. Waited in line like 16 hours for that
Exactly.
bitch.
Yeah. 16 hours and $900 later.
It was expensive too.
It was because it was like, it was breaking. It was the newest technology. It was nothing had been done like that before. The upgrade from PS2 to PS3.
It was insane.
And these guys were smash my Xbox and smash my PS3. So they would do like a GoFundMe back in the day, raising money. They actually bought the Xbox and smashed it. They waited in line with us, bought the Xbox and smashed it right there. Nuts.
Very nuts. I waiting that much time for that thing? No way.
Oh well.
Yeah, man. So if anybody wants to join in, I know John, you probably Diablo 4 is the game we're going to be playing pretty soon together. See how that goes. I feel like I try to play that game to level up my guy at least for 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day, but we'll see how that goes.
You're playing on a PC?
On my Xbox. It's cross-platform, so
Yeah, so it works.
yeah. Oh, really quick. The last one we'll go over today. Do you remember X-Play and G4 TV?
X-Play.
It was on this channel called Tech TV. It used to be
Was it like
Adam's
a ginger? What is it? Say it. Adam
Sessler and Morgan Webb. I think it was Morgan Webb.
Morgan Webb rings a bell. That name so much.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look it up.
Yeah. It was. I had like a huge crush on that girl. Like she was a host of the show. But then when she started talking about video games, I was like, oh man, there's like girls talking about video games now. Like, it was. You don't remember that?
This is after my time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Morgan Webb.
All this talk about Diablo, I'm gonna have to look into this. Oh man, Slayford's cross-platform, so it works PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So, oh yeah, do you remember this girl, Olivia Munn?
Yeah.
She was part of G4
actress.
TV. No, she was a host of nerd stuff before she was an actress.
Really?
Yeah, she was so hot that they turned her into an actress.
G4 TV? No, I don't. What year was this?
I want to say,
Ceased operations in 2014.
yeah, 2004, 2005.
Started 2002.
Two? Okay. Attack of the Show. That's the show she was on.
I was 11.
Yeah, you can still watch that.
Yeah.
It's, okay.
Oh man.
All right, man. We're gonna call it a show right there. But John, you have an unboxing tonight, right?
I'm not even. Yeah, I have an unboxing on my channel. The final one. Freeze. Come join us, guys. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not too excited about this one, but tons of pieces and massive. I did buy another piece today, though.
Oh man, we just talked about this in the beginning of the show, man. Come on.
But it was one that was on the list. So.
The Joker.
Joker, yeah.
Nice. I spent my childhood at the skating rink holding hands while skating backwards. Arcades were too expensive for me.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the Freeze and X-Men exclusives. Anthony, he has a kit that he has. He's gonna be showing off as well. It's unpainted, but he's gonna be showing off the pieces that he has before it goes off to painting.
Okay.
So yeah, tune in. It should be a good time. We're gonna be doing that at 11 Eastern time.
I guess really, I'm sure everyone wants to ask this question: is the ladder going to make an experience tonight, or
No,
is that...
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think it's that tall. I hope not.
MCP, it's huge. I've seen the gun in person. Congrats on the Freeze. It's a monster. Have a good evening, guys. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Hell yeah, MNC. Appreciate you, buddy.
Look at this guy. Ledge could be talking about video games forever. Yeah. Nah, man, we're gonna call it a show and then prepare for tonight's unboxing. I'll be there, John. Like if you have room.
Oh hell yeah! Oh for sure.
Yeah. Slaver says step stool.
No.
Nah, that's cool. Yeah, that we'll talk about that tomorrow. But I think it looks great. The Witcher. Have you seen? It's from
I've seen
Booksway.
it. Yeah,
It looks. Yeah, I like
good.
it a lot. But John, thanks again. We'll be online again in 2 hours. So it's the Everyday Collector. If you guys haven't followed him yet, his name's right there. Just find it on YouTube. And yeah, definitely. And thanks again, John. And I want to end it with this.
Ark's not wrong. John, stop buying statues and finish that basement. He's not wrong.
What do you say? Jobs. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, man.
See, then you're not a collector if you stop collecting, right? No, I'm kidding. All right, you guys. Have a good night and see you guys in a little bit.